Jake and Evie talk about Jake's experiences of going into hospital or using an NHS service.
Could you tell me your names, please?
I'm Evie.
I'm Jake.
So my role is I'm Jake's sister, and I'm also his power of attorney. So at the moment, Jake has capacity. So my main role as power of attorney is to make sure Jake understands the decisions that he's making and what they might mean, and then to let Jake make the decision. I don't make decisions for him at the moment because he has that capacity.
What was your best experience of going to hospital for treatment or going to an NHS appointment?
One of my best experiences going to physio because for physio for physio break it down in simple information for me, and also, for example, like if I didn't understand the information, the physio would ask my health power attorney, and then Evie can help me understand what the physio is trying to say to me, and the physio was also talking to Evie as well, for Evie to understand the information and what steps he needs to do for the future.
Yeah, so because I was in the appointment with you, I could make sure that you got the next referral on back to your doctor, couldn't I? I think as well, the really good thing about when we went to the physio was that they let me book the appointment for you. How hard is it for you to book an appointment?
It can be very hard, but it also can be very easy.
Yeah, so the physio, to refer you, it was a form and then it was a phone call. And so the fact that I could kind of get you past that step was really, really good. And then when we went into the appointment, that they then spoke to you and not me was brilliant.
Jake, were your rights respected?
My rights was respected, I believe.
Were you listened to and given good information?
I was listened to very good, and I was being given very good information.
They gave you a leaflet with a picture on, didn't they? But they said you needed to wear a splint, which you'd heard from somebody else before, hadn't you? But you hadn't understood what that was or where to get one. So the physio said, hang on, I've got one in my cupboard. I'm going to show you how to put it on now and give you one now so that you don't have to go finding one. So that was really good.
And also, like, for example, the picture how carbon tunnel works.
Did the hospital or NHS service include the important people in your life?
Yes, they did. For example, for doctors spoke to my support living manager. My support living manager passed it on to my Evie.
So the communication was really good.
Yeah, and at the end of the appointment, they made sure that the next appointment was at a time that I could do, as well as you. They put it in the afternoon because you like afternoons.
Okay.
Put it on a Friday because I don't usually work Fridays. So that was brilliant.
And would you say, Evie, that this fits into the triangle of care?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they respected Jake, but also respected my voice as well, and just allowed me to support Jake in the way that works for him.
Did you get the right treatment and help?
Yes, I did. I believe I did. And also, my steroid injection will be happening in May.
So when you came out of the physio appointment, you were a bit confused about what that injection was, weren't you? So what they did was they actually gave us an extra week or two before making a decision about whether you wanted that, so that I had time to explain that to you again. Do you think that helped?
Yeah, I had more time to think it through and understand every information what's been said to me.
Do you have a big message on how to keep the hospital good or make the hospital better?
I try to get more, try as best as they can to get more money in my funding.
I think for me it's including family and communicating with family. Just being involved in the conversation can really help us with how we support people like Jake. So as part of my role, I do some of the Oliver McGowan training, and I support people with learning disability and autistic people to deliver that training. It's really important that when we're training people, that it's the voice of people that's going to affect. They know themselves best, they know what works. And I think in a lot of the training, a lot of the time what's become really clear to people who go on the training is how important it is to treat everybody as an individual and to learn from the people themselves. And they only get that through training like the Oliver McGowan training. You wouldn't get that through an expert or a book.